I said ho. That's not as bad as the B word. This guy. It is. I was calling you a ho though, so it wasn't towards females. It was towards you. I didn't even see your cat. I'm a tiger, and their cats we get along. Stop cursing.
Get out of your system now. He does have his cat. Oh wait, hold on.
It's like 8
I know
cats
you
now.
can't see Lee. I can't pull up the thing behind me. I can throw this over here so you can see him at least if you want. But then everybody else is gonna see that too.
That's why your cat doesn't love you. You hold him hostage.
Stop holding that cat hostage. Call the authorities. You're gonna be cat swatted.
SWAT cats.
SWAT cat? Oh, SWAT cats. That's a pull. God, what year was that from?
When I was born.
Pretty much, right? That was like late 90s? Late 90s? Saturday morning? Right after Sewer Sharks?
Street Sharks.
Street Sharks?
Yeah, Street Sharks.
What's Sewer? No, Sewer Shark was the Sega CD game. I was close. Alright. PV, just to confirm, this is your first time on the list, right? Okay. So you guys are both newbies. I was kind of gonna frame this thing. Obviously, we'll kind of plug the Rise match with you guys. So feel free to shit talk a little bit there. But I wanted to kind of frame it in because both you guys, I feel, kind of have branched out over the last year or two. You know what I mean? And kind of just like, I'm kind of gonna frame a kind of like, hey, you know, how are you getting out there and what's working and not working kind of thing. You know, so it's kind of it's kind of can be more advice for other wrestlers, I think, than anything. And then we'll kind of see where it goes from there. That sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Do we want Rev?
What'd you say? You said Wu-Tang.
He's talking his cat about Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
How was that series? Should I be getting Hulu again? Is it worthwhile? From Wu-Tang?
Yeah, Joe
Alright.
Badass is coming.
So I am not a diehard Wu-Tang fan. So is it for the uninformed or is it for the fans? Okay. Alright. So I'm going to go live here in a moment. Which one am I on? Shit, I'm on the wrong one. Okay. Well, no, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Hold on. Let me get the tag appropriately. So you should get a notification when I go live here in a moment. Go. Let's spell the name of the show right. There are going to be shares. It's probably also going to go live on the Mayhem Show Twitter and the Indie Wrestling Twitch as well. But you'll see the tag, and you can share those afterwards too. So we'll put the official up tomorrow. All right, I am. Let's pull this over here. We're gonna go streaming. Oh, that seemed like a bad idea. No. So first tip of the night. No Sour Patch cereal. Sour Patch Kids cereal.
That don't even sound like a good idea.
Like, you're gonna tell me somehow the cereal is like
Check.
the gummy Sour Patch Kids, but that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Actually, I think that's no, it's not me.
Yeah, it's not me.
Not me yet.
That's 2 options.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Why would they do that? They're just throwing any candy at the. What's that?
Because they're bored.
They're bored. Cereal people are bored. What am I gonna do with oats and grain this week? All right, we are live. And bear with us a second, guys, and we'll get going with the interview. And that was kind of a last-minute posting. We've actually had this book since like Friday. Just haven't told anybody about it. So, that's good. See if anybody in the chat. Keep an eye out. For some reason. Oh, good. Dutters is out there. Of course, Dutters is out there.
No, not yet.
Are we going to teach Dutters how to choke slam this weekend? No, she's not ready for that. Gotta build her up to it. Meanwhile, you found Revhead. Please see you found Revhead over there. Is that going to be how you do the interview?
No, I want people to actually tune in.
Oh, okay. There you go. Alright, let's do this. Chris LaRusso says, congrats to PB, Lee, and Jacques for making the PWI 500 in the chat.
Thanks, Luso.
Alright, here we go. You done playing with Optimus?
It's not a game, it's a toy.
It's like a 2-foot-tall Optimus Prime. How can you not do anything with it? And he's wearing a Brokemus-style chain.
Action figure.
So, yes, it is. And a slash beer holder. Yeah, look, that thing pops up in the front. It fits nicely in the front. Yeah, I know. Figured that out. Thanks. Hey guys, it is the Indie Mayhem Show. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, PA. I'm back with you. This is the show where we talk with people in and around independent professional wrestling. And we have a special edition twofer with you this evening. Also, recording that's in the midst of a video game marathon for Extra Life, so that's fun. Go check out Lord Sorg on Twitch if you're joining us live or afterwards and support the Extra Life proceedings there. Please donate. It's for the kids. It's for the local children's hospital. And of course, please go check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com and IndieWrestling.us, where you can find this and other great interviews we've had with people over the years, including some people that are on TV and pay-per-view. And you never know, because I have a feeling our guests today were probably going to be on all those things very, very soon. And who knows what country at this rate, too, right? With us, first of all, in studio, we have the apex of combat himself. He is Lee Moriarty. He's thumbs upping, everybody, if you're on audio.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's September, sir.
Not in my spirit.
Not in your spirit?
No.
You keep it all year round.
All year round.
All year round. You're with us in studio, and also with us from the PB Smooth compound. I don't know where you're calling from, actually, technically, so we didn't clarify that.
Concrete Jungle.
PB Smooth, the Concrete Jungle, is joining us. I'm sorry, I didn't get all the monikers down beforehand. But join us over the Facebook connection. That's working really good. It's the first time we've used this. Thanks for joining us, PB.
Sure.
So the reason we're all gathered here today is there was this little magazine that came out last week called the Pro Wrestling Illustrated, and the PW 500 list was released, and both you guys were debuting on it. PB Smooth at 379, Lee at 460, and I asked you guys to be on the show not even thinking about the fact that you guys are completely facing each other at Rise Wrestling in a Rise of a Contender tournament opening round there. So it really was kind of the perfect melding of everything at one time to get you guys on here. So I want to talk to you guys about, the list, that, and kind of what you guys have been doing lately since we both had you on individually on the show in the past year or so. So I guess first of all, like, what does it mean for you guys to be, debuting on a list like that, the 29th annual PWI 500? Lee?
Losers first, PB. So you go.
Check.
No, we gotta go. It's you.
The trash talk has been flying pretty good on social media, so this is not surprising.
You're in check there.
What?
Official.
Okay.
And that's right. Just to back up, like you came out of the basketball world athletically, right? Excellent. What about you, Lee? What did you think when you heard that it popped up? Your name popped up on that list.
It was pretty cool. It meant something more to me personally than professionally. Because as a teenager, I used to get that magazine, especially the 500 one. And being on a list, guys you looked up to or growing up watching, it's kind of cool. Like, that was a bucket list thing. It didn't matter what number I was, it was just getting on the list at least once.
Yeah.
So I could say, like, hey, I'm on a list with guys that we're watching.
It's kind of like the a title you can add to your Wikipedia, right? the AIW title, the Rise Grand Championship, PWI 500 for you guys, right? Yeah. So, well, I want to talk about, because both of you guys have been, it seems, everywhere, popping up everywhere, facing some great challengers. Listed in here, Lee, you were cited for taking on Ophidian and Colin Delaney over the past year. And of course, PV, we know about your AIW championship up there. That we saw that at Revenge in Erie a few months ago. You brought it with you, and or maybe I'm thinking Rise. I don't know. They all kind of mesh together. That was Revenge. Okay, and of course, you've been tag champs up there with Hornswoggle. Or Swoggle, I guess officially. I guess so I don't get sued, right? So you guys, like I said, you guys have been doing a lot. It seems like both of you. It feels like you've stepped up your game over the last couple of years. Can you talk a little bit about what have you guys been doing to kind of get out there and get in front of people? Because I think that's mostly what this feels like a testament to is that you're getting people's attention widely and not just in like the Pittsburgh area, the Erie area, the Cleveland area, or anything like that. Lee, do you want to go, or who, PD?
Ja, zostawiam już.
Awesome. What about you, Lee?
Pretty much the same thing. Just trying to get out. It's pretty doing as much as I can outside there, like tryouts or seminars, things like that. A lot of it, like I did the Jakar Masterclass, which is a 2-day thing, and I just did that because I wanted to learn. Like, I was talking to a Vidian over a year ago in Cleveland about one, and I happened to not to book that weekend. And I really want to learn as much as I could.
Is that one of his or one of Black's? Or kind of
it was masterclasses or like a combination of a bunch of different people. So I learned from Quackenbush, Vidian, Jimmy Ray, Rory Gulak, So Darling, Shane Hawk, a bunch of people. And from that, they knew who I was, and Rory Gulak actually recommended me to do the Young Lions Cup when they had someone had to pull out. So it's stuff like that, just getting in front of people's eyes and seeing you, opportunities show up. For me, that's how it happens.
Just kind of get out there and create those opportunities, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to be. So there's a term, a Pittsburgh wrestler. I didn't want to be a Pittsburgh wrestler. I want to be a wrestler from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I feel like there's a difference.
Yeah, there is that, and you know, not to say there's anything wrong with one way or the other, but there are like people that are like, it's kind of in the area, maybe they cross the border here and there, but there is like, you know, what's your bubble, right? Yeah, kind of to that. We're getting some questions from the chat room. Marcus is out there, and he's actually asking for Lee, how do you feel about being ranked a spot higher than Walkin' Wild, the former DJZ, aka the formerly known as Shima Zion, who just debuted on NXT, by the way?
It's subjective. It's a list created by someone, so he's still, to me, one of the best professional wrestlers in the world. He's the reason I started learning Lucha Libre.
I think he's one of the seminars you attended, right?
Yeah, he's the reason I went to Mexico.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I started learning Lucha Libre because of them. I went to those classes with them before going down there.
Well, I want to touch on that for a minute because we talked about before in this conversation come up a lot. Like your goal is Japan,
Yeah.
right? And I think that's kind of the style you've been looking at mostly. Kind of growing up as you were developing.
That was a lot of what I watched, but people around me made a good point. Even like I watched Sam Adonis's interview with you, who was saying,
Yeah.
don't wrestle like a Japanese wrestler if you want to wrestle in Japan.
Yeah.
So there's certain influences I take from Japanese wrestling that I don't want to wrestle like them because they're already a good. Yeah, Japanese wrestling is a big influence on me.
And that's kind of what your Tiger style kind of is, that melding of everything, right? Yeah. What about you, PP? What are the styles and what you're taking from all these seminars? Like, where are you going? Obviously you're a 7-footer, so But as I've stated probably the last couple of times I filmed you, there's moments in matches where you can scary move for your size. Of course, it takes 2 steps for you to clear a ringside run, I think. And apparently, as we kind of noticed, you take on all sizes, teaming with Hornswoggle, matchups with Jinx, now Ziggy Hain in the Rise promotion, and I think some other places too. Have you been getting a lot of, and since you guys have been announced here, I think this is about a week ago as of this recording, for the PWA 500, has there been an influx of interest, of response? First, how did you find out?
I found out David Wallace texted me telling me congratulations.
Oh yeah?
That's what we talked about. And then told me I made that, and then later on at promotion I worked for Indiana Paradigm Wrestling. They tagged.
That's a hell of a name.
Yeah.
Paradigm?
Paradigm Pro Wrestling. But PB was in that same post. Like they tagged guys that worked at promotion that I made on that post.
Cool. And how's been like kind of a reaction since then?
I've definitely gotten a little bit more attention.
Mm-hmm.
So people do. There's some people that do that listen to something important. Today, someone I don't even know, some kid training in Baltimore messaged me asking me to watch this match. In training.
You get a lot of that?
No.
Really?
I've had people ask me to watch their matches that people I know just for an opinion. Like I'm still young too, so it's still kind of new to me that's happening. But for someone I've never met to message me, ask me to watch their match for training, that's kind of interesting.
That's awesome. Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Not yet. Well, it's today, I guess,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. What about you, Pete? Mm-hmm. It kind of goes back to, like, you mentioned the Sam Adonis conversation we had, right? And about how some of these, it was kind of, when we're talking about the online dirt sheet, some of them should be using their stroke to expose to younger talent. And I'm hoping that's what we do here. But PWI does that with this list, right? I mean, there's a lot of indie talk in there. It's like, who's buzzworthy out there you should be checking on? And, like, I look through this list, and I gotta tell you, I mean, I may know the names of, like, maybe a third of this list. And how much indie wrestling are we watching, consuming, working with, everything? Raw Wrestling Man Show, an indie man show, right? So this is like a big, if you want to see like what is next, what should I check out? And you can find these guys, like a YouTube search will probably, I mean, I know you guys are all over YouTube. So that's good. Hey, do you guys look at the PWI 500 and learn about new guys via that too?
When I was a teenager, I did. There was a few people I would find, like, before I knew how this worked, I saw someone rank higher than someone I was a big fan of. I would read the description and I would search for it. So now not as much, but definitely back when I was a teenager.
What did we do? Back when I was a teenager, we didn't have the internet. And I was just like, I don't know who this guy is, and all I know is that blurb. I know he did stuff in this promotion in Indiana, Paradigm, whatever, and and that's it. And hopefully he comes to my town, and I in the inkling in the back of my head is like, I write his name in the PWI 500. Like that's probably how 1995 wrestling worked, right? If you were into the indies and the up and coming. So, and it's also been interesting because there has been a lot of, I know Joe Dombrowski has been posting a lot of old PWI 500 that include like some young kid named CM Punk about 20 years ago when he was coming through Pittsburgh. So, and being featured for Pittsburgh promotion, like it's cool. It's and now that is a part of what you guys get wherever you're getting, Japan, WWE, AEW, wherever, you can go back to this. Speaking of Lee, we do have to mention, speaking of Japan, you had a pretty good match recently with New Japan's own Chase Owens as well.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, that's a guy that's there where you want to go.
Yeah, and even the day before, I was out in Long Island, New York. I did a tryout seminar thing for Marvelous Wrestling, which is a newer promotion that's only been on for a few years. But the woman, it's mainly a Joshi promotion ran by Yusa Nagayo. She's a big deal. I didn't realize how big a deal she was until I was there and talking to Shirley Doe. And she's the Hulk Hogan of Joshi wrestling. She was the first Japanese woman to main event Madison Square Garden, and all these things. So it's like that Thursday doing that, and Friday driving back to Pittsburgh to wrestle Chase Owens.
That's awesome. Hey, that's if you want to know something important in Japan, you ask either Sam Adonis or Shirley Doe at this point, right? It's kind of our sources for that. Because I know he's pulled out names where I'd be like, when we do the hardcore memory show, he's pulled out names I'm like, I have no idea what he's talking about. Here's something from like the 70s, like Japanese wrestling that he followed. So, but anyways, So with that, like I said, maybe ironically, maybe it's fate, you guys are going to be facing each other this weekend. Rise Wrestling, Rise with a Y. No, not the women's promotion. They're doing some cool stuff too. But, you know, I don't know. You were working with the Joshi stuff, so who knows?
Oh yeah.
So, I know you guys have been going at it on social media, on your videos, cutting promos there on each other. Lee, you've been there before. You've been the grand champion.
Right.
And, you know, you have any thoughts going into this?
Everybody knows how good PB Smooth is. I think he's next up, and that's not me hyping him up. So when I beat him, I look good. It's just, he is. Like, there's nothing PB Smooth can't do except beat me.
Ooh.
The cat won't make eye contact with me because it's afraid of me, because I'm scared.
What do you have to say? It's funny. Hey, standard question heading down here. I've asked you guys this before, and of course, it's been a while since we've had you on this, so I'm sure the answer will change. What's the best and worst thing about indie wrestling for you guys at this stage of your career? Lee?
Best thing right now is meeting new people. As much as I've been traveling, I've been able to meet a lot of cool people. Like Master's Wrestling Adventure has helped me out a lot. And worst thing, lack of sleep, I guess. Yeah. You know how it is.
Yeah, I'm aware. PB, how about you? That is true. Yeah, that's where you do the no tech vacations every once in a while, right? So you need that. Everybody needs that for your own mental well-being, I feel. So I'm gonna take one myself next week probably. PB Smooth, where can people find you? Generally coming up, of course, Rise. I know you're gonna be at Revenge Wrestling also, fighting for some gold. Somebody named Wardlow. Never heard of that guy. Awesome. Lee, and then actually I do have a question from the chat room after you get that out there.
Where I'll be, obviously, the September 7th, I'll be at Rise, beating PB Smooth, and moving on to the next round. And after that, I'll be in Willing for IWC, Paradigm for Wrestling in Indiana, Imagine Wrestling. I'm out to AIW a few times this month, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, both of you guys end up at AIW, right? Yeah. Nice. Nice. They're doing a lot of great things. I heard they're going to be doing another pay-per-view coming up.
Yeah.
I think, is that the bobblehead night with D'Lo Brown?
Yeah.
That is the best. Like, I love show titles from AIW. But when I saw bobblehead night with D'Lo Brown, I don't even care if there's real bobbleheads. Just there's going to be an image of just the entire crowd doing the bobblehead thing, right? Those guys are just evil geniuses putting that stuff together out there. No way! He's the one, for those who don't know, that I think Adam Cole had called out on an episode of NXT, one of Gargano's trainees, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's Awesome. Last real quick question to wrap this up. Chris LaRusso is out there. So, considering Wardlow got his big break, who's up next from the Pittsburgh area besides you two, of course? The wealth of talent here. For all these people that come through here. I mean, Wardlow, thankfully, is a Cleveland guy, I believe. But definitely made his bones here in the Pittsburgh area.
That's really hard. Because there's so many talented people in Pittsburgh. And the promotions, I'm not too familiar with the rosters. Like, I'm not that familiar with KSWA.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar with RWA. Like, I know a little bit, so it's hard. I think a few people that I think are gonna like get big opportunities with the way wrestling is right now. Andrew Palace, Corey. I can see Chris LaRusso doing that. John Roden works really hard. Is it Daniel Eats?
Yeah, Daniel Eats. Yeah.
He has that look and that presence about him.
I think he's had some performance center stuff too.
Yeah. But I don't. He's one of those guys. Like obviously, I don't think he's from Pittsburgh. Though.
No, I don't. But he's a lot of RWA. I think it's one of the big promotions for him. So and also just debuted a Revenge for their anniversary show in July, I believe. So nice. Stevie, who you seeing?
We're all gonna make it.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for taking the time. Again, congratulations on your debuts on the PWI 500, and congratulations to everybody. We looked through the list. Producer Missy went through and is trying to give news to everybody from our circle that friends of the show and everything that have been a part of it. And it's really cool too. As she was going through, I kept hearing comments of like, I can't believe how many people I know on the list. that we do the shows with and talk to on a regular basis and everything. It's really cool to see that and see a pretty strong Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Erie, all around here. This kind of hotbed I think that's happening here in the I guess technically the Midwest with pro wrestling. So congratulations, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Go check these guys out. And if you're not checking out Rise Wrestling this weekend, of course, if you're not there, it'll be on IndieWrestling.us, IndieWrestling.network. Check out Revenge Pro, of course, in 2 weeks. I believe that's September 21st in Erie if you're up there. Also, that'll be on IndieWrestling.us following, and DVDs through them as well. So thank you so much. And until next time, please, whether or not on the list or not, please support indie wrestling. Alright, that's it. Thank you, chatters. Thank you, everybody that popped up. Willa says, great job, PB Smooth. If anybody else say anything. Samantha says, all that handsomeness. Obviously not talking about me.
Me either, because I'm scared.
That's right. That's right. And yes, stutters, I always mess up people's titles. Alright. Thanks a lot. Again, I will encourage everybody, please go to twitch.tv/BoardSorg. That is my brother, and he is in hour. How many hours in are you? Are you at the 12.5 hour mark? Is that about right? About 24 hours?
Yeah, about that.
12-ish? Yeah? Go over. It's for Extra Life. It's for Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. Please go over there, comment, watch, share, donate if you got a couple of bucks, if it's a buck, and help out with that. They're going to be going until 9 a.m. here in the studio. So keep an eye on that. And they have been having some pretty vicious chess matches. That's also on the stream too. So go check that out. And thanks a lot, guys, for being a part of this. We are off. All right. Hey.
His reaction was great.
What?
What?
I'm trying to get a face tattoo.
Like
a Mike Tyson type thing, or
it's gonna happen. Yeah, I want a face tattoo.
You want a face tattoo? It's gonna be a dragon, isn't it?
No, it's too predictable. I don't want a dragon.
Like
I need something. Something
do the
that'll
dragon, but have
scare
it be like
people
puff the
more.
magic.
Something that will scare
The
people.
magic
It's gonna be
dragon.
very dedicated. See,
I want
So-
people to cross the streets when they see me. I don't care if there's traffic.
what was that, PB?
Dang. I'm gonna get a picture of old dirty bastard.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
I'm trying to like shake fun.
There's a. I would say, like, when you get a tattoo, like, there's some people that I've seen get a tattoo and it was, like, married to their gimmick, like, their indie gimmick, and I'm just like, wow, you can't unmake that, you know? Like, when you go and WWE says, no, we don't like that, you're gonna be this, then you got your old thing, you know? But also, people that are, like, being a scary wrestler, but they have, like, a cartoon character on the, you know, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's another level of personal professional choice at that point, right?
Yeah.
So, right. But what are you gonna do when you get to WWE when you're like walking smooth? That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So, all right. Thanks a lot, PB. I'll see you Saturday. All right, and I'll see you again.
The PB. She found me towels around the ceiling. And we were like looking up.
There's some missing tiles up there. Yeah.
Just count for me while you're down. Wait, where are you? Huh? What's up? Stop cursing! It's a family show.
Oh yeah.
This is my family show. You watch that show with your family.
Did you really?
Sometimes.
It was a good show. That was a fun show.
Huey was not soft. He made a glove with electricity and fought the Afro Samurai. He was not soft. Riley was a punk. He was front like you.
I should be recording this.
Get the hell out of here.
It's delicious.
Hell no.
Oh, gee. You gotta make me watch this show again.
Look here. We'll
There's-
go through this computer.
Dude,
I will do
it-
the Blues Clues thing. You don't do the computer.
Is Boondocks on the comeback? Because I've been seeing a lot of memes
They
lately.
said there was. Like, they said there wasn't going to be a new season unless they can get this movie funded
Yeah.
for Uncle Ruckus, which I don't know if it happened, but I did see that they said they were bringing back Boondocks. I don't know if it's going to be on Cartoon Network.
It could be on anything right now, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be on Netflix so they can do whatever the fuck they want, right?
That's
So, I mean, not that they,
Like
not that they
now-
held back, but holy shit. 5 seasons? Oh, I didn't know that.
I'll binge watch it like a week ago.
Alright, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll let you go, PB. You gotta let the... Alright. Take care, man.
I forgot I even had that earlier.
That's out. That's out. That's good. Thanks so much for coming out. That was good. That was nice.
I gotta work on these interview things and practice them.
That's, yeah, and I know you need to get at those.
So I did one a week ago or something. Yeah, I think a week ago or 2 ago, and I realized how many times I said like. And I know why I do it. It's because I'm processing and thinking in my head. Like rappers, they have little catchphrases they say when they're freestyling, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
So I used to, and everybody started making fun of me. Matt, you can turn stuff up again if you need. I've had, when I was in interviews, while I'm thinking of the next thing to ask, like I say excellent, excellent, excellent. Like, and it was like everything. And then like everybody kind of started making fun. So like started getting self-aware of it, right? So like that was my life when I was in interviews. But also like, now I'm doing that. Like it was like on the phone, you know, that didn't work as good as this just did.
Yeah.
You know, so there's a lot of like moments and making sure they're in the same spot and getting the thing going and making sure that like doing the talking took so many cycles of your brain you couldn't prepare the next question, right?
Yeah.
So
tricky. Even like when I was doing this, whenever I would say like and it didn't fit, I would catch myself like stop for a second. Like, I'm about to start building like a dozen push-ups every time I say like.
If there's anything that I can do, like more of these, something different, have you on the regular Mayhem show, just to give you more practice. Like, alright? Like, if you're like, hey, I want to talk about something, you know. If something happened in wrestling you want to talk about, it could be mainstream, it could not be mainstream, but like a topic, like you want to come in and just kind of get at and get in a conversation with. Like, anything that, please use this as a platform, you know, to get yourself over, to get your personality out there, to develop your personality on the mic. You know what I mean? So,
That's what I've been working on. Like, I've been doing a lot of videos lately.
yeah.
Because it helps me with learning editing too, but
You're also very soft. Just like right now, you're very soft spoken. On the, like, I'm turning your mic up as we were doing the show. And I'm like, I think he's getting quieter, but I'm not sure. You know, like, did I turn that down or is that him? So, but no, I thought that was good. I think it was pretty smooth, no pun intended. And you got to play off him, and I thought that was good. Because you guys had a base going into it. You know, we had something to talk about, a couple points, and that's it. That's all I wanted to do. Good. What's up there? It's on, I think it's streamed to the Mayhem Show Facebook, so if you want to share that, and I'll sometime tomorrow, I'll probably wait till tomorrow for like the clean version of it, all the tags and everything. But yeah, I mean, well, I think both of your fan bases showed up. Plus all your promoter friends.
Marcus, man, trying to start stuff. Saying
Marcus
I'm hiring
and-
DJ Z.
Huh?
Marcus trying to start stuff saying I'm hiring DJ Z. It's a subjective list.
Start your feud with DJ Z. Well, it's like I think this is going for. It's like, oh, one of the Usos is up above the other one. You know? I cannot imagine at that level they are looking at that list.
I don't think anybody cares.
And that list is like, obviously it's kayfabe, but there's certain things, like there's people that should be on that. Like TNT, they had like 6 tag titles at once.
That's what
they should
we
be
were
on
talking
that
about
list.
that too, yeah. And they were like, they've been in how many promotions, and some, you know, with Blackcraft and everything, some decent sized promotions. Like, you got caught out for Rise, and they freaking mentioned PWX. No. Like, what the fuck is that?
I had no idea. Like PWX holds water. Like even the Cage match site, they have more of my PWX stuff than they do anywhere else I listen.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I don't think they recognize me as like a Rise champion or anything like that. And I think that's because Hank Hudson. Because like, you know, Hank will post like show results, and since he's the ring announcer at PWX more than anywhere else,
Yeah.
they can easily find all that. So I think that's what Illustrated does too. They'll look at like results.
That's something we've been looking at because we're like, oh, we don't post results for like associated basis. Well, he does. And we don't do our own stuff, right? For those. And nobody knows
Don't like her.
I hate her. So it's like, all right, we gotta. No. Yeah, it's so weird because it was like I didn't want to say, oh my god, it's the godly PWI 500 that we all should bow to in the wrestling industry, right? I wanted it to be like, hey, this is something you got recognized, and you can't take that away from people.
That's how I see it.
And let's talk about that.
It's something cool. That's it. It's not like I don't think it's gonna. Like PB Smooth said, it's going to bring eyes for a few people, but it's not going to make or break.
No. But it's another point. Yeah. It's another exclamation. It's another asterisk for you guys that adds on to all that other stuff, right? So.
So you're streaming gaming for 24 hours?
Yes.
Say 9 a.m. or charity.
We used to do this down at the museum with Josh. We did it for like 5 years. You take over the museum, stream from there, have people come in and play with us. I feel like I want to find back. Actually, when the drums drive by, when the drums drive by.
I'm gonna put my speed too, and you not worth it in speed.
Yeah, just switch these.
You can put it in the window?
Yeah, I got a monitor right here. I think eventually that the TV over there, I'm probably going to put it in the window. So
By the way, we couldn't get an HDMI working on it.
couldn't get an HDMI working on it?
Nope.
Oh.
And we tried multiple HDMI cords and devices.
Well, that kills that idea.
I'm on my horse here.
Thank you so much.
What's not all of it?
I'll see you Saturday.
Oh yeah.
See you, man. I'm gonna get Thank you for coming. Are you hanging out over there or are you coming over here?
I'm over there. I'm just setting some stuff up over here. Give me a minute. Why?
You're just that far away.
She wants you to be close up.
She wants you to taste that thing she has in her hand.
I know what those are.
Bang. I'm gonna know what the unicorn wants this is.
I have a spiral on it. Because I'm not like that.
First it's like beautiful.
Are you on affiliate yet?
No.
Okay.
I-
I think Riz is about there.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's about there.
I still need more followers.
Yeah.
What, on Twitch?
Yeah.
That's going.
This off. Because I think I might be around 30 now. And you need 50.
Nope. Just try it. I don't think I want to.
Just try it. It's not bad.
Put it in your face! You want the light on or off?
Help.
Tastes weird.
Probably those ones off.
Okay.
Feels like an overly sweet
Those are a little bright.
Oh, this is at least something interesting.
Oh, it's got the aftertaste.
Which one
It
is
tastes
it?
like that new fucking
Is it the unicorn one?
It's the new
Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew.
Oh, God.
God.
Is it the unicorn
No.
tears?
That's what the taste
No.
is.
No. You.
That's what the taste
You.
is.
New
It's
Mountain
new
Dew.
Mountain
Is it
Dew.
the one that's the
The new
Voodoo
Halloween
thing.
one, Voodoo.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
the
what it is.
voodoo
It's
one, the
not
one
as
that
bad,
they
but
just
it's
came out
there.
for Halloween.
It tastes like just candy.
It's like right there.
I hate birds.
Who's that by?
It tastes kind of like cotton candy.
I wonder if Tekko's doing the big time wrestling thing next year.
I don't know.
Again.
I hear mixed reports on how it went.
I thought it went over amazingly. That room filled up quick.
Did it?
That room, it was packed. The
Okay.
whole thing was packed, and the crowd's energy was nuts.
Because I know a couple guys that worked it. There was a few big names and probably just a bunch of locals, right?
Yeah, there was some local talent. The Ugly Ducklings were there.
Yeah.
They
They haven't done much here.
were amazing.
Nobody's booking them in the area yet, but
They
everybody's
were absolutely amazing. I've never seen that. Literally, because they opened up the night. Their match set the whole entire theme for the night, and their energy just carried the whole night long. And that, so they really carried the crowd from the beginning all the way to the end. They set the night up perfect. And that, it was a really great show.
I know it's gonna be so weird for a con like that.
I got shut out of the way by Gangrel.
I got Sandman was making his entrance, and he comes around to the entrance and I'm ringside with a camera to treat the show. And apparently I stepped the wrong way, and he just like plowed right into me. I was like, "All right, I was in Sandman's way. Don't stand in Sandman's way." Now I spend like here.
He doesn't. I remember when I seen him at the Ice Gardens out in Bel Vernon,
Yeah.
and seeing him then when I was in high school to now, it's like, oh my god, this dude aged so bad.
Mm-hmm.
He actually has lost a lot of weight more recently.
I think he's been in better shape, if I recall. So.
I talked with Scott Steiner and Animal.
Sandman's actually in Pittsburgh a lot. His construction company does a lot of work here.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he'll show the other mentioned it earlier. He knows all those guys from. If you look at an old ECW show from the '90s, you'll probably find Shirley Joe in the crowd. He was like in the position of like guy that babysits Bald Mahoney when he goes to Japan. To make sure he doesn't OD on pills. He thought he was dead on the flight over because he took so many supplements.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he was like babysitter, like Paul's babysitter. And so he gets like, really like, yeah, I got a text him as a town. Just like, because he, early IWC, like they had a lot of the ECW guys. It was post ECW leaving. Those guys weren't going anywhere. So they picked up a lot of them. Plus, they were bringing in like your CM Punk, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Cabana groups from Denver, just starting to get into Ring of Honor and pop up there. Plus, all the local talent that became Corey Graves and all those guys.
What is it? Facade.
Mm-hmm.
I knew him when he worked with Powerhouse Hughes. And all those guys, when they ran their little circuit, when Powerhouse Hughes ran a circuit out on Long Valley.
Yeah.
And I used to help them set the ring down there and everything.
I knew saw him from the Dread Love shows before he was a wrestler. Because he still had blonde dreads and
What the hell?
they fucking stuck out,
He said that he wrestled AJ Styles twice in Ring of Honor? When we were talking to him at the event?
In Ring of Honor? Mm-hmm. And he's wrestled him for sure, but I wasn't sure if that was, maybe he was in Ring of Honor at the time. But
Yeah, he wrestled AJ Styles twice.
yeah, because he did at least one over in remix in Ohio. He might have done both of them. But he gets in pretty good with that circuit too. So.
I'm hoping to see him up at the rings one day. So that'd be nice to see someone locally here.
Oh, we know all of them up there.
Unlike Corey Graves or Elias.
Well, there's Elias. There's look out for Walking Wild on the XD. He's DJZ. I think who else is going over there. Wardlow just popped up on AEW. He's a big deal. And most of the stuff he's done has been local. Here, Cleveland, and right now he's a champion up in Erie.
How do you feel about NXT moving to Wednesday nights and then with AEW falling out in October?
Sure was my schedule. I think it's USA really likes wrestling money right now, and I think it more answered that than competing against AEW. I'm worried what happens Friday nights to Access's wrestling lineup now they're up against SmackDown. They're fledgling women's of wrestling, and
I've never heard of them.
they used to be HD Net, now it's AXS, Access. It's Mark Cuban's thing, and they have New Japan matches that they just have the English commentary there now. So they bring over those matches and kind of package them to like hour, 2 hour slots. And then there's the Women of Wrestling, which is I think is run by the guy that ran the original Flow. So it's kind of a second coming from that. I attended some tapings in LA. They were fantastic. Like the show, I tried to watch the first couple episodes of the show. I'm like, this is campy. It's not for me. I guess the Flow thing. Yeah, no, the Women of Wrestling. It's got the Flow vibe and that. But like, I watched this thing and look, I knew a couple of the girls on it. One of them got me the tickets, and I was like, oh, this is actually like fucking good wrestling. I don't know what's going to look like on TV, but like it was in this like old theater, just like if you watch that first season of Glow on Netflix, where they end up in that theater, like that old like palatial palace theater or whatever in LA. Like that's the Velasco in downtown LA. So it was like, this is a fucking cool venue. They were going, they were handing out thunder sticks, and when people got tired and wanted to leave, they just grabbed people and throw them in the seats, They kept gathering people because like when the girls come out, there's no real aisleway. it's just like an alleyway made of the fans. By the end of the night, when it was like thinning out, and like the main event was what's her name? I forget what. I think she's Big Swollen to the other thing, but it was her and Tessa Blanchard. And I'm like, I'm like on the entrance, like, yeah.
I'm truly amazed that WWE did not pick up Tessa Blanchard after her performance in the women's tournament. When she competed. I'm truly amazed they did not pick her up.
They also have so many.
I've heard she can be good to deal with.
Well, after she did stuff here.
Yeah. But she's in front of 2 different local promotions. And we're many local
Isn't it like so?
3 years before everybody knew who she was.
See, I haven't seen too many of the indie stuff around. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of the indie stuff around here. I've been trying to go. I try to go to stuff sometimes, but it's like it never falls in time where I can get to one.
We have a calendar at PittsburghWrestling.com. There is something every weekend.
Which part of town are you in?
I'm from the Mon Valley with that.
Down there? Well, down there you have, let's see, Fight Society just moved the second Friday of the month, every month. IWC whenever they are, they don't want to do that anymore. RWA's
They're bad people.
kind of all over the place. No, just the owner. I like their shit. Please, gonna work with them.
This one goes.
Yeah, I'll do that too. RWA is kind of all over the place. Rise is usually the first Saturday. Sometimes they move a little bit, but they're all the way down in Console. Like that little mall down there. Oh, okay. So, but between all that,
There's an old movie theater.
yeah, it's a sweet old, it's an old like Carmike theater down there.
And they're
that
just
they
in
have.
it. They're just in there. That's pretty great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like they have, it's actually being a popcorn and everything.
Yeah, they have a pretty great setup down there.
That's awesome.
We've been there a couple times.
Is the women's promotion in the key for out of the Fight Society?
No excuse.
That's usually later in the month. I can't say they seem like they're every freaking weekend somewhere lately. They do all these charity shows and stuff. Everyone has a show now. That's happening. When does that happen? Whenever RWA is. What's that?
Missy, don't you know you're supposed to keep track of whatever he's thinking about?
It's like the 28th or 27th or something, whatever that last Saturday is. It's the same as RWA. So I'm shooting that too.
I'm about to be with
Wrestle Rec is on Thursdays whenever they do a show. There are a lot of options. There are a lot of options. I just heard about a new promotion. I'll run another day a week maybe. You know,
There's a lot of like.
then I got it.
Well, I like indie stuff like this and watching what I see on television because a lot of the time the indie shows, there's so much more. And because they are an indie show, they're more about doing a better show for the fans than what the scripted shit is on.
And they're so different too, because Fight Society is doing this kind of, Fight Club kind of mentality to it. RWA is like South.
So nobody talks about it?
Huh?
Nobody talks about it?
Yeah, well, no. Well, that was a problem. That's what we're trying to fix. Because nobody was talking about it. So it was like Fight Club. RWA is like Southern wrestling, more vibe.
Society one.
Wait, what in a good way? In a good way. It's got some good stuff going.
I like going to shows. I just want to be able to go to local shows that are not big. I don't want to go to something that I'm going to go to and they're going to be like, oh, this is PG, and they're going to start.
Did you want to play Spider-Man?
Yeah, Fight Society has a good sure.
And then I don't like that baby-fi thing where we're afraid to swear, we're afraid to offense.
RWA?
Pull up the highlights from the Rev.
Oh, the Rev one? Yeah, the
That's
RWA has, I will
Yes.
hands down say this anywhere,
That's what I did.
RWA has the craziest crowd in the area. Check this
Listen, I'm just gonna copy
This is
everything
the
you
show.
make and see if I can beat you.
Dude, I'm
gonna copy my strategy.
Everything.
The gym needs some
That's
shit.
so much better.
Like,
I
they're
love seeing you
regular
bleed out
shit.
based on my ability.
They did the Cactus Jack giving your chair spot.
Wow. You're nice.
Well, you left it open. I was hoping you'd see that.
Maybe we should just do it to you too then, huh?
I mean,
And eventually he jumps
go
on
for
it.
it.
Huh?
Okay.
Except for not
That's
open like
nice.
that.
I quit.
Oh, dumb. Oh,
Takes them a second.
Well, because the band works.
Because everybody's like, should I give the share? Should this happen?
Get the tree.
do it.
Plus, there was the incident where the fan was trying to hit them with the chair, like piling through.
Yeah.
So,
It's getting violent.
See, at this moment is where you do like ECW, just everyone just starts wailing chairs towards the ring.
thing is,
Yes.
there's a little bit of it happening.
It started,
Thing
and then
is,
all of a sudden it was just like.
this isn't the first time this has happened this year. Because they did it, and somebody said, like, they're like, I like that. That's a good idea. Let's make this a hardcore match. And then everybody's like, okay, that means we throw chairs out, right? And he just, I mean, they weren't tossing them, they were sliding them into the ring, but like everybody slid their ring.
Once a week, really?
That's nuts.
Like, that's the kind of shit these guys are doing. Here, let me show you the finish. Yeah, look at him. God, he melted this. It was like so expertly melted.
Yeah, right.
What?
You came close in 3 games.
I really wish you didn't turn up my bow. There was some good stuff in there.
Your nose pushed straight through. You're like,
I hope you just kind of fall off of there and you don't jump, because if you jump, it's over.
It's not, no, thing is, the table's on the other side of the ring. It's not a straight down.
Okay, so suck it.
Ooh, you caught me slipping. Okay.
Like, that's a good jump.
oh my god.
Okay,
That's.
I just like the shriek of, oh my god! When
it
happened.
was.
It was just a great sound.
He looks like he should have been dead.
It was just a great sound.
And then it gets unboxed and you're like, what?
That's Crazy Steve from Impact. He's a lot of fun. He's teaming with Gory.
Was that Jason Gory?
Yeah, he's teaming with Jason Gory.
Okay.
Dan and Max really kept fighting each other and like kind of hit it off. So they threw him in a tag team.
Super hentai?
Super.
Big super hentai? Went super for a minute.
Someone needs to
Did he
make
go
that
Saiyan?
cool
Super Saiyan? Get
It was
it?
super hentai.
Is that like, is that something like Ultimate Version?
He was Richard Mask. He's a little
Oh,
super duper. His fish shorts.
The part with K-Rock, the
And
camera,
like, it's
the
really
camera
funny.
guy.
He came up afterwards, like,
Yeah, right here.
he's not like,
And Rob did not want to give it up.
he's just like,
Yeah. And it's like wrapped around his hand, right? Like,
Yes.
and
it's a weird
he's
experience.
trying
Yeah, the wrestling show or a weird experience.
I'm not a fan of wrestling.
You'll see the other angle.
Yeah, the shows they put on are decent.
It's like, fine, you don't need a camera, just walk with
Come on,
me.
people
I can't let him take this camera. Sword will kill me.
Besides, don't pull back your arrow.
We just put a DVD show.
There's the
You
owner.
know what I'm talking about? Yeah, back when it was glory.
It was legit. So IWA puts on a pretty gory show. Put some pretty bad shit on there.
And then he makes him do his pose.
It's that thing where you put like, I like that.
They put some bad stuff on there. It was pretty gory. Like, their wrestling was all over. I was there for a match. It was like my first time at RWA. And the dude was on. They were having a match. And he laid this guy on the table.
That's the kind of
Climbed
stuff
up on the
happening
poop
there. That's
of the
nuts.
gym and jumped off on top of it.
Or
Yes.
And I was like,
look at the women.
I remember my first RWA match, Mike. When the guy climbed up on the hoop.
There you
He
go.
climbed up on the hoop and he jumped off of it onto the
You
other
know,
guy.
G-Raver went to the hospital this week.
Oh, dude.
Well, you know he does the hardcore, like
Yeah.
like the real hardcore.
Yeah, yeah,
He was on top of a ladder,
yeah.
Game Changer.
And jumped
There was no. There was a light tube across the top of the ladder. He fell into the light tube and it sliced the inside of him.
Oh.
And he was bleeding so bad he had to run off. And I think he had passed out at some point.
Oh.
So
Yeah, he practically went out.
got bad. This was good. This is the one Sam Adonis is
Yeah,
doing.
he just got
They filmed the
I was
first
like,
one back in February.
everybody's like, oh my
This is
god. And I'm just like,
cool. There's no, everybody's up on the ring. This isn't the Rex Theater.
Move Sandy.
Oh, I know him.
X-Man?
Yeah, he was at the Big Time Wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. Yep. He's dating our friend's sister.
That's awesome.
You are still just blown away by that.
Still blown away from that. Also, Missy found that guy in the bathroom. They made
Oh, Sin Bodhi.
Sin
Yes.
Bodhi.
I walked into the ladies' room and it was right there accessible and there wasn't a whole lot of traffic to it. So he was in there
There's
singing
walking wild.
makeup. After the end of the night, I'm like,
I think Lucha
oh hi,
Brothers.
don't mind me, I'm skiing.
Oh, Pentagon.
Yeah, Sam and Phoenix. I guess DJ Z and Adonis.
It's so funny when you see like the matches, it looks like the ring is so much smaller.
It is. This is maybe a 16.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Especially when you get these guys that are like 6'8" in there. It's noticeable, you know?
Oh yeah.
We got this is the Rise one, this is the one.
You're just having fun showing off your
Yeah, they're all right here, so. Yeah, they put a big screen up there.
Not even your layout.
Oh, that's
Mine, that part the first.
So it's cool because like there's a screen and the audience is all over here. So you have the screen on the background and everything, they're always playing that way, right?
They cost the same restaurant.
So this is the promotion that Lee that was here does a lot with. He was the
I
champion
figure if I'm
there.
just something different, I might have a better chance.
Alright.
As long as that, but it also gives you
There's a reverb.
just more for the traffic. You get different ideas.
These are all on.
You see like everything is.
Oh, he is. This is the one where he's running a knife to the match.
And yes, you know what I mean? Just calculate it.
Yeah. Well, because they made it no DQ. We actually set it up on our podcast here. And there's a part at the beginning where they all have weapons. Yeah, there it is. He's got like chainsaw stuff around his back. They just everybody went and grabbed the weapon, and everybody's weapon was just like more fucked up than the one before.
I like how you got shit for the knife.
Yeah, the ref was like, no.
That's so amazing.
Look out, the war trying to cheat shot the Badgers. They believe this is. Take down by the Badgers.
These guys are like openly intergender wrestling and everything. Surely
It
does.
was. We could do that. I didn't think
That's
about
the guy
that.
that.
I wasn't done with that guy, but yeah.
Okay.
I realized that if you could take, I just didn't pay attention to that part.
Once again, my name is Jim
I don't know how I looked at you and honestly. I told the check.
Guys.
No, wait. Yeah, damn.
That's something to say considering how quick Whisper is.
Takes one wrong move.
Nice slam off the ropes. Showing her trademark toughness on her shoulders on the canvas immediately.
It's like that looks like a lover's quarrel.
Right? It's like emo night gone bad.
Like a rough fight broke out already.
Yeah. This is the guy that was on the phone. This is a production.
I'm not surprised though. How fast
Actually, that's it. That's the guy that was on the phone.
I saw him from outside.
Yeah.
Only because
That's the way after you can finish because like I went
He's like 7 foot tall. And he's like hopping over the top rope. Like,
see, that's what the crowd. You see like how large that crowd is.
Yeah.
That's how much. That's how large the size was.
Yeah.
Filled with people at big time wrestling convention.
These guys pack in like 400 people. This is the Avalon Hotel in downtown area.
Forgot about that.
Okay, so I don't know that. Yeah, so there's a ballroom there. This is we started working with them. This is the December
That's
show.
like the only good
We
one that I
started
have
working
the
with
chase
them,
off, but I lost my clean already.
and
Because I saw a move and I hit it, and then he saw the other opposite way and got me.
You want like this?
But I almost got him, because I was here and I moved up here and I almost got him checked.
I can't see that shirt.
I went to here
to
get the check, but he was here and I didn't realize he was there. He got me.
They announced a new one for AEW.
But I almost got him checked. He almost didn't see it. He
After
almost
the
didn't see
picture of
it.
him with Paul Heyman, everyone was kind of like, okay, now where is he going? Because he popped up in that picture of Paul and was like, okay, well, Paul has a lot of younger talents.
Well, I guess you could see him. Yeah, I mean, you could see WWE kind of snagging him probably.
This is for NXT.
This is a Fight Society group. Yeah. I don't know why he's coming out to this music. But this is a cool like studio wrestling kind of environment. We've actually mixed it up a little bit in the last couple months.
On the middle right.
Yeah, I took it.
Because kind of rebooted them again.
Oh.
So now, because it still had the old PWX stuff, and I was like, I don't know, it's too clean, right, for Fight Society. So this is it. We do that.
Oh. Those October 26th.
That's canceled.
We did it like this.
I'd love to figure out
So we took the aprons off, so you can see all the weapons under the
I
ring.
feel like favors themselves now. Get a limit on
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
JoJo Pro was on Amazon, and I'm like, those guys don't have a like brand. We're like, well, we're not buying printing, but I'm just like, well, why don't we just go with nothing? Your Fight Society. Put them back on when we do the women's show, so it looks a little cleaner, right? You know, and at least like, you know, it looks like that. You see all the weapons. Everybody's allowed to use the weapons anyways. You know, like all of it. When everyone is building up, when we're trying to put children, like you see like the old dudes in the room, and it's like, okay, you know they're gonna be really slow. Some of those old ones are pretty cool stuff lately, actually. This is the one up in Worthington.
Oh, never mind. I see the
What was the diagonal?
He's been around. Dude, I got matches with him wrestling in 1998. And he had this match he has with Broden is fucking killer. Like, dude can go. But also, he's like a workhorse guy. So, dude is in shape.
Push it down to what? 1 or 2? What are your actual boundaries? I was like, I forgot like 4.
Same thing with that Super Hentai. This guy trained in Japan like some 20 years ago. Again, I got matches with him, young boy in like 1998, and he's still doing killer matches.
I just heard that Jushin Liger's about to do his last match. I can't remember where it's
He's doing, he's gonna go on tour basically. This is the last man standing match. They did skewers, they did, yeah.
That's his one.
Yeah, they weren't happy about this one. He just took scooters to the head. And then eventually he stapled the fire pit. There's a point.
Okay, that just reminds me of the AEW Battle Royal where I watched dude get a cigarette staple his forehead. Which is perfect, because that's funny, because staples don't hurt that bad.
That's okay. So that's what happens. That's what they got away with here with the commission, because they're not really self-mutilation. Here's what happens in West Virginia when you do a last man standing match and there is no commission. Well, that's that part.
Oh, he's boring.
Yeah. In Bedford, West Virginia.
Anything else right now?
It has to be hard.
They almost went right to the...
Yeah.
Well, it's like the camera lens.
Oh yeah, they got that Fight Society. Which month was that? I
Uh,
can't remember. It could be any of these.
So I didn't see that.
They did a thing where because he was messing with the camera guy, the photography guy. And he was a friend of the authority guy he was messing with.
Actually,
And so, beginning of the match, it has the camera lens, but on top of his head, just goes, boop, you know. It's like, just look him for a little nigga, he'll do something, and that's it. Oh my gosh, it's like Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13 is child's play next to one back this guy. It was just like, oh, there's some tax, and there's gonna be some stuff, and there's gonna be some weapons, and da-da-da-da. But then now he's just weaving all over the fucking place. Yeah, and so it's like, well, got in trouble for that one. At least I can say that this is the most violent promotion in the Pittsburgh area. Like, we could legitimately say that, you know, and will that happen again? Hopefully not on purpose, but neither was that.
But that wasn't on purpose. It was supposed to just be a little bit.
Yeah,
kind of get a little bit of
versus that other one where it's like that shit was on purpose. So it's weird. The commission, like the PA commission, is weird to deal with all this kind of stuff too. Like, you know, I got random lucha from LA that I was doing the DVD for. This is fun. It was Expo Lucha.
Well, I can't move anywhere really. I can move here, but that's what
I have. I sat
Tell me those are entertaining.
I sat at a bar with
I can't go diagonal because if I move diagonal,
also, I got called an asshole by Papa Dylan.
Yeah, you're right.
No, we went to that one. It was like over at Castle Shannon here at the bar.
Yeah, it's a few right now. I always see advertised on 51 that might be the intersection.
That and the one, the Extreme Midgets come to the Rexall one. I haven't been to any of those. But also, I also almost went to one of those when I was in LA because they were Bakersfield. Is that the one above LA? You go to, we probably go to California about the same amount. But you go to the other end, yes.
I go to Northern California.
Yes, Bakersfield, I think that's one of the mountains.
I can wait a few guys
That's
out.
still Southern California.
That's the song.
I got set up with me time.
And then there was one that was at the Quaker Steak at a music fest in Sharon.
Yes.
And the champion was my sister's friend's son? Nephew? Something like that? Wow. And he like toured. And that one was the promotion that was featured on the Hulk Hogan Midgets show. That there was a reality show a few years ago.
Oh, the Hulk Hogan knows best or whatever?
No. It was like Hulk Hogan's Micro Wrestling Federation, and there was a reality show around the midget wrestling.
Never knew it existed.
It was very short-lived.
Kind of like his reality show.
No, his reality show actually ran for a while. It actually ran for at least 3 seasons.
Yeah, let's say that was what, 3 seasons, because the last season was his life weapon for his daughter's friend.
No, that's that. This is the women's promotion. This is the same building as Fight Society.
Yeah.
Damn.
Getting that momentum. First competitor out here, so she's out a lot
This is from a couple weekends ago.
Give her a fast. She can expand. Where they even be in the square circle right now, she is.
We're doing 2 new ones with another one in West Virginia and another one in Ohio. It's got a lot of AIW and bar people in there. Get around good with. Back to Erie the same day, so send somebody to Ohio. 10 wrestling shows this morning. Over.
What year ago? You go like Took me down to what? 3 clinical pieces.
This year, I'm pretty good.
I'm not too fond of that.
Like, if you look at there's at least
Not big one of these things.
yeah,
So that's part of the box.
Yeah. most of them are running with emotion bottles. Trap one.
My night's actually easy.
Yes.
Do.
How early do we have to do things?
No, my goodness.
How early do we have to do things?
Drop the drop 7.
So. You need the retrieval and everything?
Yeah. But that'd be nice on that.
Hey, what?
Check.
Slightly.
Slightly.
As Hurricane Dorian continues to churn, the storm is sending more than just wind and rain to the Florida. It's causing bricks of cocaine to wash up on the beaches.
Just get one. No, wait, no, you can't do that.
Well, you're gonna have
And it
to
would be nice.
suffer through the storm at least if you're not having to suffer tolerably.
Right?
Oh, you do not.
On Friday, a bag contained 15 bricks of cocaine
What do you mean?
weighing a kilo each.
Yeah, no, I take
Washed
that.
ashore on Cocoa Beach in Florida.
I can only attack it down to the front.
Aptly named.
So, if you're there, and you're gonna have to.
Oh yeah, it's going straight out. It's
Yeah, I guess you're right.
About 15 miles south of Cocoa Beach, another bricks of cocaine was found on Paradise Beach and Park
Well, it's quite good when she's
in Melbourne, Florida.
She's on there, you can take the board.
What's it?
I'm 10. Oh, so you're gonna take that on. Ah, if you complete free chance to win out.
Ah, that's amazing. And apparently the worth of 1 kilo of coke is $28,000.
Too bad that this is not over here.
Right.
Well, that's evil. This ad's playing. I hit the mute button and it opens up a pop-up. So I can't mute it.
Oh, that's horrible.
Okay.
I don't even want the video. Oh,
Dude, I was gonna say, it looked like you couldn't see shit.
No, I thought you guys were here when the new respawn for the enemy that is on the other side. I just committed suicide. My bad, that was
That's
not
a little
on
unhealthy.
I'll do it. I'll do it now. Sure. Do that again.
Fuck.
Yep, over that. You already know
Code
what
of
you can do.
uncertainty.
Wait, what?
Love meteorology. Yeah, right here. You're right on the check right now. Ah,
It was supposed to say, it wasn't supposed to hit Florida, and then it kind of turned inward.
I could even just do one finger and still be on the I don't know how
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Say.
kind of committed to that like 4 or 5 times.
probably
Just 4 or 5 times, is that all? Maybe.
Yeah, Myrtle Beach is getting the worst water effect.
It's not appreciated.
I can't let you get the little stick. I'm generous, but not this
I've had
time.
more kills than that.
Hangouts. So we're talking about backpacks. I sent you some messages.
Back, yes.
Seriously, how do you keep doing that?
What?
And then you're
Just
talking
go,
about
like, oh, hey, I died.
No scorpions. No.
They added a feature where you can rewind to the NES games.
Oh, that's
Makes the really difficult games a little easier.
that's awesome.
What's that?
I was really excited about that.
You should really play Castlevania.
They sadly haven't added Castlevania to
I was
this.
also very
Because they threw it into that Castlevania collection. So it probably won't.
Just like finish.
So,
Check.
You know what? I do appreciate how many comics are just strewn throughout this paper.
What are you talking about?
I don't think this was fun.
Like, they're just random comics like throughout.
Comics or comics?
Comics. Oh, they got some around antiques.
And I'll get it.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and
What
forth,
if they
side
come
to
in?
side. I will never quit.
Marcus, hey, you have an extra camera for Saturday for Jordan to shoot promos. I assume we are your only priority at all times. Remind me to grab a fourth camera for Rise Wrestling Saturday at 1
I can try to put us on the watch live streams.
Can you check that for me, please?
If you were to get there,
Sorry?
what would you
Can
do
you
that?
check that for me, please?
What am I checking?
What did I just message you?
Saying this can't be started with the starter.
Let me give what the board looks like. My mom said candy.
Just birds.
The birds have to be the most annoying thing.
Yeah, they're really annoying. Especially when they keep on respawning.
I'm looking at a paper. There's no messaging app on the paper.
I'm like not paying attention when the game started.
The king tell me was one minute right.
Where'd you message?
Yes, one space.
I know.
In all directions.
Oh, that's what that is.
Sad.
That's a new thing.
Exactly, that is a very sad fact.
Sure. What's our deal? Oh my god, I don't even know.
How did you go back?
I'm waiting for it to load. Did you just post it?
Make this
Yeah,
game
it's supposed to
be
be
shiny.
Super
I
excited
don't
about
want to be
their
an
fourth
inspiration.
chocolate.
That's not cool.
Oh,
Not cool.
And
you can't believe that.
So your message with me is that kid's on a clear plastic coat, and that's also see-through. Makes it even more for me to look at.
Your piece.
Mine.
Once again, I cannot see over 3.
Too late. You're already confused.
God, you trying to get the blood off my face. I'm gonna put it out.
I had to cut that in.
Yeah, but you just posted it. It takes a while for it to process.
Okay.
Oh, no,
But generally speaking, I'm not sure.
No, it's alright.
No.
Some of the transitions are weird, but I think that's because it's not done linear. Like how weird visual stuff.
You're safe to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is a thing, it's fine. It's not like they pay for it.
No.
It's just a weird, like, visual picture. But I think it's just really fast.
Ooh.
I see what you're trying to do there.
Oh wait, she can't. Even though she did it, your pawn's there.
Well, Alice,
The pawn's there protecting this queen. Even if you go after that one with your rook, the pawn
Oh.
can take your rook.
Did you watch it yet?
Yeah, you're right.
So you can't even take the queen.
I probably didn't do this.
Oh, it's
So I just chase him around the board until he gives up.
like how Ziggy.
No, you'll be away. It'll be hard for a while.
He's taken these scenes from all the Ziggy promos, for like reinventing herself, and spray painting, one showing her butt, and he's like mimicking them.
Why not? This is gonna be fun now.
I will chase you. You probably are.
Move your rook to the back row. On your side. All the way down on your side.
No. Look again.
You said
Which doesn't be paid.
Shit.
I'll do
I'm
that.
like, what the hell are you talking about?
Put it next to the pawn.
That's all I do.
I could.
No point.
Or no.
But if I do that, he's still gonna go here and I'm still gonna do
Oh
that.
yeah.
So there's really no point.
Yeah, it's not over back. Now you make a mistake.
We're reading that.
Once I bring back dining for you're fine.
What?
I'm not present.
We're reading that.
Right now, I'm not trying to do.
What went where?
Where was I? I was here.
Yeah. Yeah, you were next to.
Well, then I'll move there.
Baltimore, second weekend in November.
The worst part is that Pawns Protector, which sucks ass.
You don't even know.
Oh, I think. But I think.
Take the rook back. Take the rook back. Oh. I would have just took the rook back. I'm like, oh, hey, guess what? You just brought that back, didn't you?
Yeah, you could actually
Oopsies.
cook it. So you don't want to?
I don't think I want to.
Do you? I'll put it back. I will.
No, because then you're gonna bullshit me and do something other
I'm
smart.
gonna regardless. I'm gonna get you between one of these two beasts. I'm trying to get you to. What?
I'm like a because he tries to be a teacher moment and it's not.
Oh,
You're a fucking charger.
yes, I do.
Where's the controller?
The controller, yeah.
I need it.
In the back.
Okay, well, I'm in the middle of the game. That I can't
Move
pause.
your rook down next to his pawn.
Here.
Yep.
Really?
You're still in check, dum-dum. You can't move your rook.
It's check.
Oh, no.
What the fuck you do?
I don't know.
Charger! Are you like, are you using copy of my previous layer?
Yes.
Obviously.
Which way?
Go ahead, there.
Yeah, because Ron didn't do first Saturday. I don't know the reason. He wanted that. Saturday?
You're never gonna move that rook because you're protecting your pawn.
I don't care. I could book any day. That's the point.
But if he takes the rook, then I have nothing. Fortune king. That's not good.
Well, definitely you might as well just hit the king. Call it a game at that point.
Yeah, there's not really much more I can do with this.
Well, there is. You could chase him, but what I'm trying
being
to
here all night.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah, you could chase him. That's all you really could do at this point.
I almost got you. If you weren't doing
Yeah.
your teaching.
The only thing at this point really you could do is I'd leave the rook where he sits, and then move your and try to pin him in the corner with your king without putting it in the jeopardy of that queen.
We both know this ding dong's never gonna let that happen, so.
How did I get a ding dong for doing that?
Because it's you. So.
It's called not being a fool. I'm not making no crap. I'm calculating the campus.
So then that just becomes a looping non-fest of just avoiding the queen.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, so at this point it's
Alright, I'll
over.
let you win this time.
Oh. What?
Yeah, at this point it's over. There's no winning.
I almost got it.
Yeah, there's no winning that round. But I do gotta get going since it's 10:30.
Oh.
Have fun. Be good.
Don't be in trouble.
I don't want to work tomorrow.
I mean, you could just skip work and just come here instead. We'll still be here.
I'd love to, but then that burns a vacation day for me. And I only have 3 left. Because they screwed me. I had 48 hours left of vacation time. And they took it upon themselves to use that for when I took my FMLA when my son was born. And that's not legal.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I told them that when I called them up about it on the phone, and she gave me 3 days back. And so, well, at least that gives me the week of Christmas off.
Right.
So I've already taken off the 24th and 25th. That's optional work.
There you go.
That's voluntary hours, and that. So
And he is not volunteering.
I'm not volunteering to do it now.
Not volunteering.
By all means. If they want me to volunteer to do it, like I'll do it from home. Because there ain't gonna be no phone calls. Ring of Honor. I'll see you guys.
Have fun. Be good and safe.
What? We can do something multiplayer now?
Can probably do that. Like what?
So Matt, are you trying to play video games yet?
He's a guy.
Still got like 10 hours to go. Over 10 hours.
Yeah. You've got
This is the
almost
worst
12
part.
hours.
This is the worst part right now.
Don't forget. Where am I?